is Guardian Radio, your station for up-to-the-minute news and intelligent, interactive, and engaging conversations. 96.9 FM. The views and opinions of the hosts and guests are their own and do not necessarily reflect the views of the management and staff of Guardian Radio.
You're listening to Talking Heads with Naughty, hosted by Earl the Pearl. On Guardian Radio, 96.9 FM.
Talking Heads with Naughty and MJ is brought to you by Burger King, Kalina Insurance Limited, John's Department Store, KFC, Muffler World, Nassau Holo World, Percy's Island Games, Prince Masters, and Tropical Gyros.
And good afternoon, good day, happy Thursday. Welcome to another Talking Heads Thursday. This is your boy Pearly in the house. It is so good to be here with you today. Boy, it's hot. It is hot outside, and I've been saying that for the last few weeks. Please make sure you hydrate. You know, I want to just drink your water, drink Gatorade, drink something, but please keep hydrated, all right? And stay in the cool as much as possible. But we got to talk. We can talk about this. We're getting into independence, so we can talk what you want to talk, but I want to talk a little bit about some history of the Bahamas and see just how good some of our memories are and things that have happened in the last 53 years in our great party. And our great country. Listen to me, oh my Father in heaven's sake, you know what? Y'all need to become talking heads, and there's only one way you could do that.
Here's how you can become a talking head, brought to you by BTC.
Yeah, just give me a call, 323-6232, 323-6232, 325-4316, 325-4316, 325-4259, 325-4259, and you can call me toll-free at 242-300-5720. That's 242-300-5720. And if you just want to text, please text me, because I really don't want to do plenty talking today. See, I didn't slipping up. Text me, 422-4796. It's powered by BTC. That's 422-4796. What's happening, everybody? Everybody good on this Thursday as we move into the second day of the greatest month in the year of our Lord and Savior, July. July, this is a great month. Yeah, I born in July, that's why. But it's a great month. But you know what is fascinating about this? It was just Christmas last week. Where has the time flown in the last 6 months? We had Christmas, we had an election. It's just like all of that is like way past us, and we're getting ready to prepare for Christmas. One of my friends posted up something, it's 100 and some more sleep nights before Christmas, and just posted it yesterday. So time is flying, but it is hot out there. Please keep hydrated, but begin to figure out what's going on in the headlines.
It's time for Headliners. Everything that's making headlines in the 242. Brought to you by the Fine Threads.
Front page, FNM says no to pay hikes for MPs. Also rejects increases for senators. Glover rules as government employment strategy working. Oh boy. Families mourn crash victims. Mora predicts that cruise port will see record-breaking numbers this year. And in the business section, Thompson to government focus more on entrepreneurship, Bahamian-owned businesses. The new chapter of our economy must be about creating more owners, more innovators, and more employers. Kerry, too many Bahamian businesses lost to lack of succession planning. An SCB enforcement report highlights huge FTX civil penalties. And I see gas drop a little bit. Rubis is down now to 687. Esso at 670, and Shell down to 703. What I've been seeing is crude oil has gone down a little, and hopefully this ceasefire or whatever we calling it, with the Americans and Iran will sleep with Hamas, and so people will be able to get the tankers will get through, and maybe these oil prices will come down because everybody burning more air conditioning. So you know what that means? Lights going out all over the place. You know, lights are going out. They're not calling it load shedding. They're calling it planned outages or growing pains or this. But the point is, lights are going out. Not just in New Providence, you know. The Family Islands are suffering. Eleuthera is going nuts. Still. And what are we going to do? I went on the beach yesterday, and I didn't go in the water till like 7:15. And the water was warm. Very warm. So that tells you what we're going through. It is hot out there. I didn't want to go in before then because the sun was piping. It wouldn't have served the purpose. But it's I heard 52. I think it was 52 called Naughty yesterday and said this is a rotation or seasonal or not, for lack of a better word. I'm trying to remember what he said, but it happened before. So we're going through a cycle. But boy, I don't know, because then you hear global warming and then you hear this and you hear that. So I'm a bit concerned. I see in the front line, F&M says no pay hikes for MP. Should they get? Should there be a pay hike? Should they get? I mean, but if they're getting a pay hike, what about us? What about the average person out there? Are they getting a pay hike as well? Text says, Pearly, tell them, thank my president for causing the gas. Thank my president for causing the gas to drop, even though they don't like. Okay, I thought we had a prime minister, but I get your point. I see where you're coming from. But they say, I feel you. But that is that anyway. See, I don't want to start that little debate on radio here. But should these MPs get up? Should these senators? Should they make more money? Should they? I mean, what would that do for us? Would that? I don't know how to look at that, because while you know that the cost of living is going up and you expect them to do certain things, you don't necessarily expect them to do for you what out of the salary they get, because it ain't that much. But you expect them out of the constituency allowance and rate. But what is a duty-free, an increase in duty allowances and all that? What does that mean? What does that mean? I never understood what that meant. If somebody could tell me what that meant, I would be most grateful. I would be so happy. Should be happy. But back to the members of parliament. You want them to make a decent salary so that they don't have to, in some words that other people use, put their hands in the cookie jar. But will this increase or that increase? Why? What is it for? What is it going to do for them? Why? Can you explain it to me a little more? And so I have to stand with the Free National Movement on that one. I don't think they should get it right now. I'm not saying they should never get one. But let's see where we're going. I mean, granted, you could use the argument that the cost of living is going up on their behalf, but it's going up for all of we. And what are we doing to bring the cost of doing business down so that these business owners can find more money to pay people? How are we finding to bring the cost of fuel down so the cost of electricity goes down? Because I've been on Facebook and some people mooning, and they can't say that word, but they being and mooning. And they upset people that posting their light bill. Caller, what say you?
Hey, good afternoon, Paul. What's happening?
What's happening, my brother? How you doing?
Listen, I often wonder. One of the main things that the government should be focused on, which should be dealing with minimum wage. Okay, well, I mean, their argument could be that should be one. The rate of unemployment and minimum wage, this should be their main focus right now. Yeah, but they can tell you they brought minimum wage up since they've been in power. Yeah, but you saying not enough. Inadequate for the average payment today. Okay. Because of the cost of living. When you're talking about $7 plus for gas, man. Well, it's gone down now. I got to give credit. Gone down now. It's only $6.87. Yeah, it's gone down by a couple of cents. Man, listen, it has not gone down enough to substantially to really appreciate. That will go down by $2. Then let's talk. You think we can ever see it as low? You think it ever going back down to? You think it $7? You think it ever going back down to $5 or $4? I think it can go back to $5. No, not that it could. It could. Do you think it will? I need to do. The government need to be more transparent. I think fuel could be substantially lower than it has been in recent times.
There's been calls for some things. The opposition asked them to put a cap on VAT for gas, and then there's some other people call that you could reduce some of the taxes that you have on it. But
for instance, just say during the period, like say where we was right in the real crisis in the last 2 months. All government needed to do is take 8 cents of what they're using and ask the petroleum. All right, pass it on to the consumer, man. There's things we can do.
Yeah, but the retailers ain't making no money now. The margin is small. They just gave them an increase in their margin for they can survive. You know, most of these gas stations cannot live of just selling gas.
I'm saying, I agree. Their margin may be small now, but you're not asking them to do that indefinite, nor is you asking the government to do something indefinite.
I hear you.
Being sensitive to what's going on and say, hey,
I hear you.
I could alleviate some of this on the average Joe public until things come back to normal. We ain't say do this for any prolonged period of time.
I hear your point.
Reasonable time, man.
I hear your point, but understand this now. Retailers make a very minimal profit, and many of them cannot stay open just off oil and gas alone. That's why you see all these places are mini food stores now. That's where they make their money. They don't make the money off gas like that. So when we ask them to take a cut, then you asking them fire a cashier or fire a pump attendant. That's what you asking them to do because they cannot afford to keep them.
Chris, what I'm saying is, you collect some and you give some. Give some back.
Yeah, the government give it back.
People would be more appreciative of the business.
I understand
give
that.
A little, and if the government and virtue of both of them give a little, then it would ease the burden for the average person. And then they say, you know what? They're really looking out for us, because really, they didn't have to do that.
So,
but the mere fact that they do that show that they actually care.
I hear you.
Understand the word care.
I understand what you're saying, but I also want care for my employees as well. I don't want to let any go.
All right, brother. We'll talk again later.
All right, Mr. Yankee. Thanks for calling. Let's see what we got here. Got quite a couple of texts. Apparently, they give themselves a raise, but giving pensioners 1.5% rate. That's a kick in the... good day. Cut the cabinet in half, then talk about an increase in salary. How you can have the biggest cabinet in the history of the Bahamas, then want to give them a raise? Next one here says... Oh, that was the God gone. The next text says... no, they should not get any kind of increase, not even a lunch salary, because they will... Oh, Lord. Gas in Exuma is a whooping $7.61 a gallon. The Labor Department has absolutely no say because there should be salaries set by them for each industry, and if a company is caught paying less than the standard, they should be fined and shut down because minimum wage is not a bloody salary. But listen. The government, let me take this call first. I think it's best I take this call. Call you on there. How you doing?
Hey, what's happening, Pelly?
How you doing, my brother?
I was just listening to your colleague just now asking the gas stations to decrease their profits. I think people need to understand that these gas stations, some of them make 50, 60 cents on a gallon of gas.
I don't even know if it's that much, but I know what you're saying.
And not just that, the higher the price of gas is, the less people buy. So the less gallons they sell.
Yep.
Now, also, that's a double-edged sword because most of these gas stations, they own the whole network. When I say the whole network, they own the storage facility, they own the distribution hubs, the distribution vehicles, and they leasing out the gas station. They lease out the franchise.
Okay.
So when we look at not the people who rent the gas station, but when we look at the people who the big three, Oak Clifton.
Yeah. The distributor, the wholesaler.
They could take a hit. That's the reason why I say that. They own the storage facility, they own the distribution hubs, they own the trucking.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying?
Nah. Maybe you saying they should adjust their formula because their gas, they get gas at what it is when it's delivered. Now that's why you see a fluctuation. That's why you don't see everybody at the same price either. All right. So now, right now, Shell is at 703. Shell ain't get their gas in yet, but Shell gas coming tomorrow. They should drop.
Let me share something with you.
Uh-huh.
When a ship comes into Clifton,
Uh-huh.
that goes to the 3 different hubs.
Okay.
Just a market employee.
I got you. Okay.
They might probably get some additives to change the color, and then they will probably...
So one boat bring for all.
No.
You're saying one ship bring for all.
I'm asking you, I'm telling you.
Okay, all right.
I'm asking you.
Fair enough.
Yeah. So it's just a market employee. But what
Okay.
I'm saying is, even the government could either put a cap, either remove the VAT on gasoline, or they could put a cap, even if they do it for a period of time, a 6-month period, 6-month grace period.
Uh-huh.
Because 6-month grace period. So encourage or incentivize the big three to reduce their profit, or even take $1 of it, and let the government take $1 of it, even if you just do it for a 6-month period until to alleviate some of this stress. But
Okay.
I don't think the public at large should put the pressure on the gas stations, because the gas
I
stations
agree with
only
you.
making maybe 50, 60 cents on the gas.
And I say if that much.
And the higher the price of gas, the less gallons they sell. So
Yeah.
when gas go up, it's detrimental to the gas stations because they're selling less gallons.
Yeah, because people tend to drive like, listen, boy, I can't afford $7. I get it. You think I Pearlie's be up and down anymore now? I go where I have to go, and that's
When
there.
when gas is reasonable, you could go to the gas station and fill up.
Yeah.
You can't do that no more.
Yeah,
You go to
check
the
your
gas
wallet
station,
now.
you
I wonder if I could put in
20.
20 or could put in 30. I can't put 50. I only can put in 30. I know dealing.
Yeah, so government could reduce or could help us with the price of gas immediately.
Point.
So I mean, we could see it tomorrow.
Okay.
They just need to either remove the box for a temporary period,
Uh-huh.
or reduce the taxes on gasoline just for a temporary period, just to help the people out.
I got you. I understand. Point taken.
All right, I think I'm
Thanks, my
gonna give you
brother.
this.
I appreciate your call. Can't believe that. Caller, you on there? How you doing? Hello? Yeah, I can hear you. You sound like you in a tunnel.
What's going on, bro? Everything good?
Yeah.
Hello.
What's happening?
Listen, my father taught me budgeting and accounting at a very young age,
Okay.
right? If you only making $350 a week, which calculates to $1,400 a month, you can't have bills and expenses above your income.
Right.
That's plain and simple mathematics.
Yeah.
You can't be making $1,400 a month and expect to live in an apartment where you're paying $1,200 a month rent. Then you got to look at grocery. Then you got to look at BPL. Then you know plenty of these people around here like these internet and these fancy things in their place. Correct?
Yeah, I bet you.
Right. So all it is Bahamians have to learn to live within their means.
Yeah, but I hear your point. But let's say you live in an apartment and you need to find an apartment, but you know you could afford $800 a month, but you can't find nothing for $800 a month. What you do then?
That's where rent control and consumer affairs supposed to come in.
Okay, I got you. I see.
Because I have a friend that lives in New York.
Uh-huh.
He lives in downtown Manhattan
Okay.
in a 5-bedroom, 4.5-bath townhouse, brownstone. You know what it is?
Yeah, I know New York very well.
And it's a rent control area. He only pays $1,500 a month.
Oh, he getting away. He ain't downtown New York. He in the city, but he ain't downtown New York.
He in Manhattan.
Which street? Which avenue? Which street?
Boy, now for me to remember that, I gotta jog my memory. But he in Manhattan.
Okay. No, he could be. But when I say he could be living up over above 144th Street in Harlem, which is in Manhattan. He could be living. I don't think he living in the lower side.
Well, to be honest with you, I can't remember exactly where he living, but I know the place he got is a solid place.
No, I can understand that.
And he only paying $1,500 a month.
Okay, I got you.
So all it is Bahamians need to live with.
We do need to live within our means. We do need to understand that, hey, I can't put the weave in my hair this month because I got to do that, or I can't go partying this week because I got to pay my children. We have to govern ourselves.
And even if you trying to live above your means, prioritize.
Yeah. Govern yourself. When I say govern yourself, I mean you got to prioritize. What is the most important thing to you?
Exactly.
All right. I got another callers. Couple other callers. Thanks, brother. Caller on there. How you doing?
Hey, Pearly, what's going on, buddy?
In this corner, my brother. What's happening?
Yes, God has been good, man.
All the time.
Always been good.
All the time.
Let me say a special good afternoon to everyone in the studio and all your listening audience.
And before you go, make sure give Papa my best, man. I'm looking forward to hearing from him. Talk to me. What's happening?
I'll talk to you. Pearly, last time I heard, I think they was making, the petroleum guys, they was making some 4 cents off each gallon.
I don't think it's that low. I don't know if it's that low, but they're not making much. I understand what you're saying.
Well, the last time somebody was on a show and that's what they said.
Well, hopefully if they listen and they could call and clarify that for me.
Yeah, I don't think they make nothing to really give cut the prices from their end.
Yeah.
Probably the only way I see it could work if I think we really moving backwards in this country. We still using bunker fuel for electricity.
That's the cheapest. It's the cheapest.
You feel out of sun spanking?
Tell me about it, man. I just finished talking about that at the beginning of the show.
I mean, nobody could put it together and say we going with solar systems or something to try and ease the burden of the Bahamian people with these high increases. I mean, it can't be where the politicians is now considering raises in the House of Assembly, but the average man considering if he can eat corned beef or if he just can eat the corn. It can't be that way, Pearly. We need to find ways to make it better for our people. You know, all this sun and we up and we still using bunker fuel. The government.
Yeah, but you gotta understand now, bunker fuel is the cheapest. They go and so they I guess in divine in their infinite wisdom, that was the best way to keep the price of oil down, the price of the electricity down. But I agree with you. We need to seriously consider solar. We consider some other things.
When we get electricity through wind and all of that. But Pearly, my thing is right. We doing a disservice to ourselves. It's a long story to talk when they're talking about fuel coming in this country. That's a long story, and I don't want to get into that.
Yeah, I understand.
But I think that is many ways we could do to try and make it easier for Bahamian people. And the saddest thing is we talk about increases of salary for the politicians. Well, you think about it, right? When you gonna open up the biggest cabinet. The biggest cabinet I think the country have ever seen.
Yeah, I think 29 is pretty big. I think that's the biggest.
Right, and then you want offer a raise. When we look at when everybody declared in the last election, we did not know break people in there.
Okay.
So what are we? I mean, why would we treat the Bahamian people like this? We see the Bahamian people now staying home. Some 80,000 persons, I think, stayed home.
A whole lot.
In the last election.
Yep, a whole lot.
Stayed home, and
yep.
we gotta expect that from the Bahamian people when it's nothing in their best interest. And I think if the government is serious, put any raises, give the opposition responsibility for any raises. If you're gonna raise it, give it to the opposition rather than you as the government with more members who could actually. Go and
so you saying because Leo Ferguson only making the 28,000, he should get the raise, and the minister of work should not get the raise. That's what you're saying.
I'm saying if you want to pass that the allow increases, give the opposition total control over.
Oh, let them make the record.
Let them be the ones that pass it if it's needed to be passed.
Oh, I got
because you're taking advantage of the people when you as a government with 33 members, right?
I
think it's 33 members.
They got 33 seats.
Go in there and allow anything to happen. I mean, you can accomplish anything in the
you want.
Assembly.
Yeah.
Right. Pearly, but before I go, right, Pearly, man, you know what's disgusting and what's really heartbreaking? We had that accident on Shirley Street like last week or so, right?
Uh-huh.
And Pearly, you know what we gotta look out for? We gotta look out for our people that be allowing to drive in these jitneys and those. Pearly, I see 3 jitneys I going on Robinson Road this morning. 3 jitneys, number 15. I was like little ways in the back. I couldn't see the license plate.
I got you.
You know what they was doing? They was actually trying to cut one another off.
Racing to get the bus filled.
Racing, but then they were swinging over to cut one another.
Wow.
I mean, it was so much up. It was so much chances this morning for a serious accident.
Uh-huh.
You know what, Burley? The saddest thing is, right, our roads done overpopulated, right?
Right.
And the bus drivers now, who people want to resort to, so they don't have to be driving a car to go to work, is now just abusing the little opportunity they get to try and feed their family and putting the lives of Bahamian people at risk. Our roads now, Pearly, I mean, if you look on the streets now, any hour of the day, you get like more than 50 cars passing one shot.
Yeah, there's a lot of traffic. Yeah.
It's too much traffic, and I think in order for us, I know I'm skipping a lot of days, and I go and moving a lot of days.
Yeah, and I got some other callers, so I can let. All right, close out for me now.
What I think we need to do, Pearly, all it is, if you check out the drivers with overpopulating these streets with vehicles, you see a lot of them as foreigners, and I think if that they could increase driver's license fee, or just to be on the road as a foreigner, you should pay X amount of money. I mean, like even if it's $1,000 just to be on the road. But now Bahamas got to deal with the increase now, and it isn't us who is overpopulating the streets.
Okay,
it's actually these foreigners.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you. Interesting, very interesting. Call you on the air. How you doing?
Okay, Pearly.
Listen to your phone, not your radio.
Yeah, Pearly, you had me on hold for 6 minutes, 52 seconds. I calling you all the way from I-95.
I do apologize for that, my brother. I appreciate you listening to me from all the way in I-95.
From one subject to the next. But listen, I just have a couple questions for you.
Okay.
With the duty on construction material, it costs about, to build a duplex, costs about $307,000. I spending $307,000, and you trying to control my rent?
Yeah, I hear your point. I mean, I hear your point. I hear your point.
Think about the people who own the apartment. They go inside their pocket, or they go into the bank and getting over $386,000 to put up a building.
Yeah, but you shouldn't have to want to pay. You shouldn't have to pay for your building in the first month, do you?
No, that's $1,200 and nothing to pay rent when the man's spending $400,000, $386,000. See, we got to think about this.
I hear your point.
Building this thing as a land, and the Bahamas ain't even good for landlords. People could come inside your house and live there for 6 years, and you see the process you have to go through to get them out.
And when you get them out, what you have to do to fix the place back up.
The government, them fellas, tell them, I say they ain't getting no raise. Because they need to make some serious changes inside our need to fix these import fees and duties fees they got on the things that people need to survive.
I got you, brother.
Food, medicine, building material, all these things we need. We got insurance, education. Like, come on, man.
I got you.
I ready to buy something from Kong Shell.
No, man, you get locked up. And
like you say, let me take this call. Let me end this call.
All right.
Before we go in another direction.
Be safe on that road, yeah? Hey, you know what I tell everybody who go to foreign?
It's busy and it's storming.
Let me tell you what I tell everybody who go to foreign. Bring me coffee. I go on. Later. Calling you the last caller before we take our first break. How you doing?
Hey, Sam Burley.
Talk to me.
Anything good. Well, I call in reference to this gas. I know the gentleman a while ago was talking about the price for the rental, but I know the law does. There's something in the law that says how much they can charge based upon a percentage of the home.
Yeah, it's all broken down like that. I just text one of my gas station owners. I wait on him to get back to me right now on what it costs. But there, I remember there are several levels. You pay whatever amount, then there's this tax, that tax, this tax, and then that's what they pay. So and then the profit is over that, and it isn't a lot.
Because there is a thing called price gouging.
No, you can't. They can't. The gas station people can't do that. They can't.
No, I mean the guy with the rental thing.
Well, I mean, I hear his argument, and what I should have said was, with rent control, this done by areas. So if you put a $300,000 duplex in the heart of Baintown, then that on you, because you ain't gonna get what you want there. But if you put a $300,000 in the heart of Nassau East or something like that, or somewhere around there, and I understand that. So I think it's broken down in areas and all that.
Yeah, but this gas is ridiculous.
It is.
Some type of VAT break.
Yes.
Even for 3 months, just for payments to catch themselves.
Yeah.
That's not really want to be sure. Is when you go to the U.S., a lot of us drive state to state, and that fuel, like, you could drive state to state and fuel up once. Very, very good to go up and fuel up twice again, maybe to return in the car back.
Yeah.
Why live at 21/7 and every other day you got to fuel it? Would they mix in the fuel with why?
No, if you see sometimes when the car people they'll put 25 miles a gallon city and 35 miles highway. So we drive in city, stop, go, stop, go, stop, go. So that burns more gas. When you go Fort Lauderdale and you go in Orlando, when you hit that turnpike, you ain't stopping for a while other than just maybe use the bathroom or something like that. So you're burning less gas by going continuously as the stop and go. Huh?
But it burning that fast for 21/7?
But it's the stop and go. And it also too is we don't service when you rent one car that service to the T, it's running good and everything. We don't service our car regular like we should. Tell me I lie. Huh?
They got whatever they mixing up, what they mixing it too thin, the cause it burn too fast.
I got you, bro. I hear you loud and clear.
That's for 2 cents.
All right, appreciate that. Let's get Mr. Producer. Let's take a break and we ran way over. This is Pearly on the Talking Heads Thursday here on Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. When we get back, I can read these texts and we talk some more. We'll be right back.
If the good Lord never goes on holiday, tell me why he made the Bahamas. If the good Lord never used to come this way, tell me why he made these islands. All the sun, all the peace, all the skies, all the breeze, all the creeks, all the hills, all the sand, all the trees. So tell me why. Tell me why he made these islands.
Craving something bold, fresh, and unforgettable? Tropical Gyros is your flavor-packed escape, a Carib-Greek fusion born right here in Nassau. From juicy grilled salmon, chicken, and pork gyros to loaded bowls, fresh salads, wings, and more. There's something for every craving. Find Tropical Gyros at any of their locations, JFK Plaza, Rosetta Street, Port Lucaya Freeport, or their franchise spots on Prince Charles Drive, Soldier Road West, Delaport, and Carmichael Road. Tropical Gyros, not just good food, it's an experience.
Guess who's back?
It's that time again for the 31st annual Michael Scuderi Peace on the Streets Basketball Classic.
Bring it on now, let's go.
Whether you're a player or a fan, you don't want to miss this one. The action starts July 13th at the Hope Center. Log on to peaceonthestreets.com and register. Come on, everybody, we're going! That's the Peace on the Streets Basketball Classic, where we shoot hopes instead of guns. Game time.
Schools Out Nassau and Verse Nassau, presented by Nassau Hollow at Marathon Mall, has your whole summer covered. Gather your crew and dive into Everworld, solve the mystery, save the universe, journey through the cosmos in Star Walk, or test your nerves in Trick or Treat. Think you're the best? Settle it in Primal Fighter or Astro League. Head-to-head, no rematches. The ultimate summer hangout is right here at Marathon Mall. You can find us on the web at NassauHollowworld.com. Walk-ins welcome. See you this summer.
Join us at Galina's Customer Appreciation Day, Saturday, July 4th at number 308 East Bay Street. Get free health screenings and sign up for the Galina Portal. Enjoy delicious food from Bar the Girls, Elevate on Roaster, Meet Fitness Connection, and Bohemian Brewery, and learn more about their products and their services. There's fun for the whole family with face painting, games, bouncing castles, crab catching, egg and spoon races, sack races, and more. And there will be prizes and giveaways. You may win a TV, phone, laptop, or a resort day pass. It's all happening Saturday, July 4th at number 308 East Bay Street. Come and join the fun.
Summer's
is here, and KFC's got summer buckets just for you. Every bucket starts with 8 legs and thigh pieces of your favorite chicken, plus 4 golden biscuits. Grab the value bucket for just $20 or go big with our mega bucket, packed with everything you need for summer fun on the beach, boat, or on the road. Need more? Add 4 Pepsis, Fountain Fries, or the new mango dessert biscuit for only $5. KFC's summer buckets have big flavor, big value, and finger-licking good chicken only at KFC Nassau.
You're listening to Talking Heads with Naughty, hosted by Earl the Pearl. On Guardian Radio, 96.9 FM.
It's time for the buzz. What are you buzzing on? Brought to you by John's Shoes.
Lord, where you think this man is, man? All day I been home with these little baby kids. And he reached for me. Huh? Well, anyway, I gonna fall down the road to see if he down at this place down the road. And if he down there, there gonna be some problems. Because guess what? I got a headache.
Oh yeah. This is Pearly here in the house. Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. It's a Talking Heads Thursday. July is a great month. It's a great month, and I love when they play our Bahamian music. Mr. Producer, don't stop it. Keep it coming. I got a few texts here. Would you indicate if you think Sebastian new marketplace innovation in Fort Charlotte is commendable? I do not. I understand with the I mean, he's trying to help Bahamians and help people in the area, and it's a good thing. I'm not going to knock that. My only concern is, how does it affect the mom and pop stores, Mr. Major store and Bean and Big Ten and other stores in the area? How does it affect those stores when people could go and benefit there and they can't pass on the same savings as he can because they have more overhead and they there every day and they've been there straight through in the light bill and they ain't got the kind of money the brother got. So that's my concern. All right. Other than that, anything to help people in Fort Charlotte, I would support. All right. If it's anything to do with the community which I grew up in, and that I spend most of my life in, and where I'm now back living there, anything that can make that community better, I would help and I would support. Pearly, the payroll for gas stations is the biggest issue. They dropped that. You can see gas at $3.45. And yes, yes, because minimum. I mean, yes, that's what I can say. Pearly, every gas station is owned by. It's Focal. Except one gas station is rest. I don't understand this. I honestly, you get the grammar terrible on me. This one, Dexter. Pearly, every gas station is owned by Focal except one gas station. The rest is Focal, and the one that is not Focal use Focal to fuel them. I guess that's Grand Bahama because I don't see no Focal in New Providence. Pearly, that guy living in Harlem in Manhattan, I know. Pearly, we have 3 massive solar farms in Grand Bahama. I hope when it is done, we will be paying 6 cents per kilowatts. Me too. Pearly, did you listen to Lang show today? Man, he was putting Fred Mitchell to... I did not get a chance to listen to Brother Lang today. I had some other things to do, and I did miss that, but I've been hearing some things. Cut the cabinet in half. Pearly, good day. Cut the cabinet in half, then talk about an increase in salary. How can you have the biggest cabinet in the Bahamas, then want to give them raise? The land acreage of solar field will use... The land acreage of solar fields will use to make a significant difference is power for Nassau. The island simply doesn't have the room. We all seen while driving across. I'm not knocking that part because he could use wind and the other islands that can have solar Andros. Eleuthera, Inagua. And Inagua has an abundance of sun. Collie on the air, how you doing?
Good, how you doing?
I'm good, my dear.
Great. 2 things. One, you indicated that you're familiar with Mrs. Abbas' constituency, and I'm glad to hear that.
I born and grew up in Chippenham.
Good stuff. Let me ask you about the food store situation or the implementation of a store that he's about. I heard. I didn't hear it from him, but I've just been hearing that he's about to put up. What do you think it's better for him to try to train the young persons or any adults in that area that is able to work and provide them with jobs as opposed to just implementing something like this? I mean,
that's what I would love to like to see is, listen, I found a spot Let's do a co-op. Get 10, 15 young people in the co-op, and you start your food store, and I'll help you. I'll give you your first set of groceries. You stock you out.
Once you empower people, you don't have to worry about them anymore.
Yeah.
You don't have to be always trying to find grocery. And then in the event that he is no longer in that constituency, say he decides to bow out for whatever reason, then what happens? You understand me?
Yeah, I hear your
somebody
point.
else with the same spirit going to come and take over and do that, or the people again, or they're not able to live a healthy and meaningful, life because, hey, now this thing has been pulled out from underneath them.
That's all the questions to ask. But I like the co-op idea. You get 10 people or 15 people and say, listen, let's open this food store.
We need to empower our people.
Yeah, and they work the store, and they have an invested interest in it. Yeah. I like it.
The other thing is about the increase. I totally disagree with the increase, like I would have said before. What I'm looking is at our country, straight across the board, the amount of things that we need more hospital beds. We need so many. People were complaining.
Better roads.
Even on the Family Island, in the Prime Minister's constituency, Cat Island, they were, after the election, they were concerned about education and getting teachers over there. So my thing about it is, try to get some, get people in a good place and making sure that, the things that are needed for the country, especially those essential things for education and healthcare, and even our elderly, make sure that, those kind of things are set properly first before you start even looking in the direction. And then when you think about all the things that they are already getting, like, they have a chauffeur, they got cars, they're getting free gas, I think they're getting free travel. Then I think they increased the travel, as they had always also had an increase to travel. Like, I think they're kind of comfortable, like, to be rushing an increase in salary right now. I don't know. That's just my 2 cents.
I love it. Thank you, dear.
Okay.
Take care of yourself. Call you on the air. How you doing?
Hey, Burley.
Hey, what's up?
Boy, we need to really look at the figures, to fully power New Providence with solar alone, I think the experts estimated to be around, well, first of all, we're going to need a land the size of Bahama.
Okay.
Right? And that'll probably give us the 300 megawatts that we require. But I think the government is planning on only using a combination of battery storage and LNG to give us 60 megawatts, which really only represent 20% of what we need.
Let's say this. How about we put solar in Inagua, so you don't have to put those 2 engines there. Solar in Andros, solar in Acklands, solar in Crooked Island, solar in Exuma. Let's do solar on all these islands so BPL don't have to spend that money to subsidize all of that. And then if you can't put solar in New Providence, then now the money you're saving off all them family islands, you could put into BPL New Providence and bring the cost down if you can't do solar here. But there must be some other things we can do.
Well, we can't do nuclear power plants, but suppose we make you the minister of energy, man. That sounds like that could work. Because if we take care of trying to subsidize and carry the burden for the family islands, that will alleviate the demand that's coming with the 35,000 Bahamians who are going to be shipped home legally.
Yeah.
So we need to be looking at
you slipped that right in there. I say you slipped that in there. Go right ahead. Carry on smartly.
I slipped nothing in, buddy. I only trying to say we have to be looking at the demand that's coming.
Okay.
Because we provide building permits to large, big monstrosities, not realizing that they can be sucking from the grid.
Yeah.
So
I would think the engineers to sit down and say, okay, you're putting this hotel here in Saudi Lucha. This is going to increase the power demand by X amount. So we need to make sure that we have enough distribution for more than X amount. I would think that would be all part of the plan from day one. Or they don't think about who's main thing about electricity, what we can do now. Well, I don't think it's like that. I hope not.
That works with forward thinkers and planners.
Yeah.
You have some countries who plan for 200 years ahead. I think we just plan for tomorrow. Even if we do that. So, but Burley, even with this battery thing and this solar thing, you got to remember now, after 7 years, which is going to run you into about a couple $1 million. So we need to factor in, because the batteries ain't going to last forever.
No, they won't. But it's all called budgeting, planning,
You are now officially the Minister of Energy.
Tell me about it. I don't want to raise. Take care.
Have a good day.
Okay. Let's get it. We want to do that. Let's see what they say here. boy, this ain't got, but I can read it. Pearly, that caller about living within your means is stupidity. Allow me to explain. I have apartments. I tried to rent my bedroom apartments for $800, but could not sustain. Its house insurance is high, real property tax is high, garbage fees were applied, so that have to be shared with tenants. Most people who own apartments have mortgages, and you have people that rent from you that break up your place, and you can constantly doing repairs. The government feels that they need more money. Think about the average worker at pump attendants, the nurse, teachers, mechanic, and plumbers. If they ain't making a decent salary, there's no way they can talk about living in their means. Pearly, a 2-bedroom renting at $1,200 a month is $40 a day. Where will you find a rental? I booked a hotel at USA to visit the doctor for 1 week, and the hotel bill was $987 for 2 rooms. We have to be real. Boy. Anyway, let me continue reading. Hi, Pearly. Are you aware that the Progress government decreased pension payments amount from 5% increase every 2 years to 1.5% effective July 1st? So that's why they could suggest allowance for their members. The NIB was on the show, and they talk about every 2 years they look at an increase. That's been in place for a while. That's not just this government. That is success. Pearly, us all good. What's the boss doing? I'm just reading it. Pearly, us all good. What's the boss doing? But it will definitely hurt me. I own a store in Fort Charlotte. I can't read the rest of that. Please note that self-greed seems to be many persons' only focus. They're destroying our country. Sabah's whole mindset is making people beggars. Oh boy, I don't know. I don't know. I think he's generally trying to help people. Pearly, are not their MP getting 2 salaries now that they are in cabinet? How brave fix his mouth to talk about more money for these non-productive people? And they do. You get the base salary. I can't remember. I think it's $28,000. Don't quote me. And then if you're a minister, you get more. So the total salary that a minister get, I think, is $91,000. And then they get $150,000 a year for the improvement or whatever. And then they get, I think, $2,500 or $3,500 a month to keep on a headquarters, to pay the rent and the light bill and the salary for headquarters. So now they're talking about another increase in what they call duty allowances, which I don't know what duty allowances are. And I'm going crazy trying to figure out what a duty allowance is. But I'm gonna ask that question and I'll find out. So when I come back another time, okay. So one of my friends who's a service station owner quoted me that Esso is $6.70 a gallon, Rubis at $6.87, and Shell at $7.03, and they make 77 cents on each gallon that's sold. So out of the $7.03, they make 77 cents. That's a little over 10% of all the money that they take in. I see why. So to ask them to take 8% off, 8 cents off, 69 cents. And they got to pay, out of that, they got to pay rent, light bill, water bill, salaries, upkeep. That's a lot to come out of that money. That is a lot to come out of that money. So, I don't think we should ask the gas station owners to do that. I think we should be looking at the government and maybe the distributors. The wholesalers. Some governments over many decades seem to lack focus and innovation. They have little or no experience. Many of them never run a chicken coop. And I think the problem is we look at the cabinet ministers to be the managers, and that's not their role. That's the permanent secretary's role for the day-to-day running of the ministries. We looking for the ministers to come up with policies and stuff to make life better within that realm. Next text said duty allowance is a credit with Bahamas Customs. So when you bring your guts, when you bring your stuff, you don't have to pay duty. You can apply your duty allowance. And we only getting caller, you on there.
Pearly.
You got to make it quick because I got one more caller and I only got 2 minutes. So talk to me fast.
Listen to me. The retailer's getting 55 cents on every gallon.
No, but a retailer, I take him with this person who texts me owns a service station. He said they getting 77 cents.
I don't care. I used to own one too. He's getting 55 cents on every gallon.
You used to, but he still does.
Yeah, so he must be getting more now then.
The government increased the difference last year. They gave them a small increase, so it's now at 77 cents.
Okay, so what's his problem? He don't want.
He don't have a problem. No. I only asked him what it was. People were calling and said, one caller called in and said that the gas station owners should take 8 cents off their profit.
Nah, they don't need to do that. The government should take the money off. Not the people getting it. 10 cents off or something like that.
Exactly. That's the point. He was saying the government should take 10 cents. 8 cents, and the retailer should take 10 cents, really. So that's what he's trying to say.
No, just let the government take it up. The guy don't need to take that. The other thing is, why don't they, rather than they giving the MPs them this duty thing, all you do is you give every guy a number, right? And when he comes in, custom, because the guy ain't traveling all the time, so when he comes in, he has his number, and custom just put in the system and give, and make notation of his thing.
So the politician could go to Miami and grocery shop and bring it back and just deduct it of his duty allowance. But when we go, we only could do that once or twice a year.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, you don't need to give him no money. Let him put in his certificate or his entry.
No, well, the Texas, one Texas said it's a credit that he gets at customs, so they just deduct from that.
Right, exactly. You don't need to get no cash or nothing like that.
You should stay home. You
cash now.
should buy Bahamian, though. I got one more caller before you go. Thank you. You got the last say caller. What you say?
Yeah, good day, buddy. Hello.
Listen to your phone. Don't listen to your radio. Talk to your phone.
Yeah, in reference to that, I paid for the pensioners. All right. Yeah, in reference to the pay to the pension, they dropped the pension 3.5%. It's to be 5% every 2 years. Now it's 1.5%.
No, I don't. No. They ain't dropped nothing. They look at what the sustainability is at that time and determine what the percentage raise every 2 years. So it could be that this year, next year it could be 3%. Next 2 years it could be 3%. It depends on what the sustainability of the NIB is.
Oh, I know the last 2 years I got a 5%.
No, they have to look at what they can afford. Okay.
All right, then.
All right, brother. Well, that was great. That was fun. Thank you so much for the. We're gonna go to break. This is Pearly, Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. We'll talk a little bit more about that if you want to after the break, and then we'll talk some sports. We'll be back right after the news.
John Shoes and Accessories is your one-stop shop for all your footwear needs. You will find what you're looking for among the growing collection of classic and trendy styles with new arrivals every week. John's covers the whole family and has great prices, helpful and friendly customer service. Your experience shopping with us will be time well spent. Shop with us online at www.johnshoes.com. John's also now carries small home appliances, so come on into John's, located on Rosetta Street in Palmdale and Carmichael Road West. John's, we put fashion at your feet.
Summer's here, and KFC's got summer buckets just for you. Every bucket starts with 8 legs and thigh pieces of your favorite chicken, plus 4 golden biscuits. Grab the value bucket for just $20 or go big with our mega summer fun on the beach, boat, or on the road. Need more? Add 4 Pepsis, family fries, or the new mango dessert biscuit for only $5. KFC's summer buckets have big flavor, big value, and finger-licking good chicken only at KFC Nassau.
We're gonna give you a check every week for a year. Percy's Pension Plan, Island Game, keep you winning. Percy's Pension Plan, dream big, we will help you live it. Percy's Pension Plan, Island Game, we got you. Percy's Pension Plan, from the friends you can trust. If winning is a must, go play the game you know, cause your best chance is with us. The most trustworthy name is Percy's Island Game. So put 20 on your account and ride this easy train at Percy's Island Game.
For fast, reliable, and impactful printing services, look no further. Let Printmasters bring your masterpiece to life. We stand by our quality products that is second to none. Our affordable pricing and friendly, efficient staff makes Printmasters the ultimate choice for all your printing needs. We can deliver any type of printing services, from banners to booklets to business cards. You name it, we can print it.
Let Printmasters Print Masters, bring your masterpiece to life.
Located in the Nassau Guardian Building, telephone 302-2361.
You're listening to Talking Heads with Naughty, hosted by Earl the Pearl. On Guardian Radio, 96.9 FM.
Talking Heads with Naughty and MJ is brought to you by Burger King, Helena Insurance Limited, John's Department Store, KFC, Muffler World, Nassau Holo World, Percy's Island Games, Print Masters, and Tropical Gyros.
And welcome back to another Talking Heads Thursday. This is your brother Pearly in the house. Hot hotel. I got a text from a former member of parliament, and he said to me, a duty allowance covers any miscellaneous expenses incurred in pursuance of one's duties, work. So in other words, if they go out and have to spend it, they take that out of the duty allowance, so cover the expenses. Okay, all right, I got you. So if they can't meet the lunch, that's what they come with the duty allowance. Interesting. Call you on the air. How you doing?
Good evening, Pearly.
Yes, sir.
You have the courage to elaborate on issues involving the number houses.
If I have the courage?
Yeah.
Talk to me.
You know about the spinning? You ever participated? Now I want you to be honest.
I am not a spinner, but I have spin before. I had a friend wanted to spin and say, "I'm going to spin it." I said, "Man, I don't do this." So they put $10 on an account for me to spin. I win 90. Mm-hmm. I sink 70.
Uh-huh.
I spin again in a minute, I think another 40 or 50, and I sink 40. Mm-hmm. And I spend that 10 out, the minute's gone. I walk with it like $130. And that was probably years ago, the last time I spent. I'm not a fan of it.
Okay, Pearly.
I hate gambling. I shouldn't say I hate gambling. I just don't like losing.
Okay, Pearly.
Uh-huh.
You know, there's a lot of people who do stuff recreationally and all that stuff, right?
Yes. And I some other things I would do recreationally. I don't do, their spinning isn't one of them.
Now, this place, I guess you don't want to place the name call on your radio station.
No, don't call. No.
Notwithstanding, they don't sponsor you all. Period.
Okay.
All right. I'm one of these one persons who was playing 3 months ago. Won a substantial amount of money, sir.
Okay.
Couple of Ks.
Okay.
Not couple, but more than a couple.
All right.
Times 5.
Okay.
I won the money. Game and everything is there. Went to the cashier. All of a sudden, the cashier can jump up and say, "Oh, that's not the real game." Say, "That's not the true figure." Say, "The figure is not what you see in the winnings. It's not what's reflected."
Okay. So that's big row, I presume.
It is a big row right now, and I went as far as, the law says that's what you have the gaming board for, who's supposed to be acting as an arbitrator.
Okay.
When there's disputes that arise, between patrons and the gaming houses.
Okay.
And I'm one of the patrons who now is going through some hell to get compensated.
Oh, boy. And I didn't even our sponsor, because I know our sponsor, they have a good reputation and they pay.
Yeah, this fella, he don't, but he been in the game long time. He's one of the oldest one in the games.
I understand now. Okay.
Right? I have my mother all the way up now in the gaming board, and clearly right now you call there, they say follow all the rules and everything. You follow all the rules according to the gaming rules for the country. As you know, gaming is legal in the country.
Yeah.
Okay? See, that's what's so discouraging and disgusting about this. Gaming is legal. You follow all the regulations, all the rules. And I'll even add this, I'll throw this into you. I even had an attorney file my motion for me to the gaming board. Went in, presented them all the evidence and everything of the games, the winnings. And I'm now meet with all kind of stonewalling. Pearly.
Wow.
I found out a couple of months ago they said the gaming board had a chairman. Now they're saying ain't no chairman at the gaming board.
Well, there should be a chairman as of this week. I mean, soon, pretty soon. They should be announcing the chairman at all the boards pretty soon.
Okay, if there's no chairman, you don't think somebody should be in charge of the
There's somebody in charge. The chairman is the chairman. That ain't the general manager. That ain't the managing director. That's a different person. The chairman, that's the chairman. There's a person who runs the day-to-day operations of the gaming board.
All of that is what I know, Pearly. I even spoke. They have this attorney on their record who trying to stonewall. I called back. They tell me call. I didn't call about 7 or 8 different people. And they keep stonewalling, Pearly.
Leave your number with my producer. I can call you after the show.
I can do that for you.
Right.
When you see who this is, you can know who this is, Pearly.
All right. But Mr. Producer, take his number for me, please. Let's get right into today in sports history. Boy, I'm not going to comment, but I'll talk to my caller. Today is Thursday, July 2nd, 2026. In 1903, Ed Delahanty of Washington died from a fall from a railroad bridge in Niagara Falls. Why is that? Anyway, in 1941, Joe DiMaggio got a hit in his 45th consecutive game. In 1994, Colombian soccer player Andres Escobar was shot to death in Medellin 10 days earlier. He had accidentally scored a goal against his own team in the World Cup competition. I saw that in 1994. He accidentally did an own goal, and Colombia lost. And they when he got home, he was at a restaurant, and they shot him dead. Blame him for them. These people take soccer serious, and not like us. We round over LeBron. They take soccer serious over there. If you're watching the World Cup, you see people break down, and I talk about players on the ground sobbing, snotty up, crying since they lost. In 1995, Hideo Nomo became the first Japanese player to be selected for a Major League Baseball All-Star game. In 1996, Alex Rodriguez became the third youngest player to be selected to the American League All-Star team. Dwight Gooden and Ken Griffey Jr. were two younger than Rodriguez. In 2002, a record 62 home runs were hit in 16 Major League Baseball games. And the sports quote today, the only place where success comes before work is in the dictionary. Vidal Sassoon. Y'all catch that? The only place where success comes before work is in the dictionary. The word success is S, the work in W's. That's kind of cool. That is kind of cool. What's going on the home front? There should be a lot of independent stuff going on over the weekend, over the next couple of weeks, eh? Well, we know Team Bahamas. The Team Bahamas is ready for action. The national squad to play Jamaica and Puerto Rico. And let me read it. The Bahamas senior men's national team has hit the ground running to prepare for its upcoming home matchups against Jamaica and Puerto Rico in the final window of the first round of competition in the 2027 FIBA International Basketball Federation Basketball World Cup qualifiers. The national team has been getting its reps, participating in scrimmages, and building team chemistry while at training camp, which is currently being staged in the University of Miami in Miami, Florida. So Team Bahamas is gearing up to play consecutive home games against Jamaica and Puerto Rico at the Kendall Isaacs National Gymnasium. The team will go ahead July 3rd at 8 p.m. I think I got to check that out. And return on Monday, July 6th to take on Puerto Rico at 7:10 p.m. So that's all right. So that's some cool stuff. So Friday night, Jamaica's in town to play Team Bahamas. And I believe we got Eric Gordon and we got Buddy. I think VJ's there. I think I see VJ and DeAndre should be there as well. So we should have our full strong team that can give a good representation and hopefully we'll be there. Jazz returns, but Yanks lose again. And the show All-Star Survival 2026 is back. Man, listen. Jazz is back, but the Yankees can't buy a win. The Yankees and the Padres cannot buy a win. And baseball is heating up. The All-Star break is coming up on the 14th of July. The voting for All-Stars have done, so only waiting on right now to see who's the starters, when they're going to announce who's starting. So it's going to be interesting to see that. But just quickly to take a quick look at what happened in baseball yesterday. And we get to the World Cup and we get to some basketball in a second. Yesterday in baseball, the Dodgers lost to Athletics 7-1. I think Davey Roberts just gave it. It was a bullpen game because Shohei was supposed to start, but they pushed his start back to Friday, so they want to give him a little more rest. So it ended up being a bullpen game. I think he just gave the game away. He just allowed him. Because he didn't take Bonds out. Fellas hitting Bonds like for pepper. White Sox lost to the Orioles 6-1. The Rangers lost to the Guardians 9-4. The Tigers beat the Yankees 6-2 in 11 innings. Put up 4 runs in the top of the 11th. The Nationals beat the Red Sox 10-2. The Padres, catch this, the Padres lost to the Cubs 23-3. The Mets lost to the Blue Jays 9-3. The Phillies beat the Pirates 10-6. The Braves beat the Cardinals. The Rays shut out the Royals 4-0. Junior Camarero became the youngest player in modern era to home in 6 consecutive games for the Rays. 6 back-to-back games. The Brewers beat the Reds 4-2. The Twins beat the Astros 8-3. The Marlins lost to the Rockies 6-3, and the Giants beat the Diamondbacks 6-4. So right now, baseball is getting ready for the All-Star break a week after next in a couple of weeks. See what they look at right now in the American League. The Tampa Bay Rays got a 3.5 game lead over the Yankees. The Blue Jays 11, Orioles 12.5. Red Sox out of the show at 14. In the Central, the White Sox got a 1-game lead over this is interesting. The White Sox, who's supposed to finish last? Who finished last year, but the worst record in baseball last year. They leading the Guardians by a game, the Twins by 4.5, the Tigers by 8, and the Royals by 11. In the AL West, the Rangers undermined. This is another interesting division. The Rangers and the Mariners are now tied. The Astros are 2 back, the Athletics are 3 back, and the Angels are 8 back. So that wide open, as far as I'm concerned. Over in the National League, the Braves lead from 9 has dropped down to 3 games over the Phillies, 5.5 over the Marlins. The Nationals got a 7-game lead, and the Mets 15.5 down. 7-game behinds, and the Mets are 15.5 behind. In the National League Central, you've got the Brewers, who got a 5-game lead over the Cardinals, 5-game leads over the Cubs. 8 over the Cardinals, 10.5 over the Pirates, and 13.5 over the Reds. And my Los Angeles Dodgers got a 12-game lead over the Padres, 12.5 over the Diamondbacks, 19.5 over the Giants, and 22.5 over the Rockies. And we're pulling away. It's not even. We were never this far ahead this early. And it's not that the Dodgers are in baseball. If the season ends today, the wild card with the division winners for wild card would be the Rays, the White Sox, and the Rangers, and the wild card teams would be the Yankees, the Guardians, and the Mariners for the American League. Over in the National, the Dodgers, Brewers, and Braves would be the division winners. The Cubs, Phillies, and Cardinals would be the wild card team. So if that's at the end today, they ain't ending today. But for the lead, the Dodgers got over the Padres. It'll have to be a major collapse for them to catch them. And I suspect the Dodgers could win that division by 20 games easy. And I say that because when you look at the teams, you got everybody hurt for the Dodgers. I say that everybody hurt because there'll be a lot of people hurt. You got I'm trying to get to it right now. If you look at the Dodgers, and I just get a kick out of this. Where's the injury? You know why? I'm looking at the wrong thing. You showed me that for the yesterday. Okay, the Dodgers got Mookie Betts is out today. That's a starting third baseman. He's out. He's just got a little wrist injury, so they get to hold him out. Evan Phillips, Mookie Betts, Will Smith, they starters. Mookie Betts, Will Smith are starters. Kasparis, a pitcher. Edwin Diaz, our closer. Snell, a starter. River Ryan, London Knock, Trinian, another bullpen need. Glasnow hurt. Bobby Miller, Godson Stone, Gasserol, and Edwin Hernandez and Jay Cousins. All these. Hernandez is a first baseman, so he's not a big loss right now. But all these others, other than Will Smith, who's a catcher, and Mookie, who's out just day to day, all them pitchers. So for them to have such a good record with 55 wins, it's tremendous. It's tremendous. But we'll see. Baseball is chugging along great. Dodgers and Padres play tonight at 10 o'clock. I'll be watching. All right. Now, World Cup. And I'll say it again and again and again. This has been the best. And I've watched, I think I've watched the World Cup since maybe 86. I definitely watched, I know I watched 94. 90. I think I watched 90, 94. 90, yeah, I did watch 90. And 94 is the one when the Colombian did the own goal and he got killed when he got back home. 98, 2002, 2006, 2010. I've watched the World Cup. I've taken it, and 14 is the one I really enjoyed watching. I take time out and try to get games in and watch as many as I could. And this, to me, has been one of the best that I've seen. The play, all the superstars have not gotten lost. They've all produced for their teams and come out and shine so that, Mbappe with France did what he had to do. Kane in England did what he had to do. I'm watching now. Spain beat Austria 3-0 today. And I'll see who scored for them, just so you can know. Orzabal, he scored the first goal in the 36th minute. Porro, he scored the second goal in the 66th minute. And Orzabal again came back and scored a goal in the 89th minute. So they're the stars of the team. All right, and Spain is one of the favorites to win the World Cup. So they sent a message today, been beating Austria 3-0, basically dominated the game. And this is the Spain that I wanted to see. I wasn't impressed with what I saw prior to today, but this Spain today is like, you know what, let's just hold it low, and we turn it up in full gear. When it's time, and that's what they did. That's what they did. The next game, another good game, will be Portugal with Cristiano Ronaldo and at 7 o'clock tonight, and then Switzerland and Algeria. We'll pick those a little later. But yesterday, oh my goodness, yesterday was the Americans impressed me yesterday. I'm not a fan of American soccer, but they impressed me last night with Bosnia. With their best player got a red card, which I thought was a bogus call, which is a bunch of crap, but that's a different story for a different day. But their best striker was kicked out of the game. They had to play the last 36 minutes without him. Was able to score a goal to make sure it's a 2-0 lead. And they performed. They did not fold up. They surprised me and pleasantly surprised me. And I was very impressed with what they did yesterday. England, that was a great game. Congo jumped on them real quick. Okay, Congo jumped on them real quick, like in the right beginning of the game. When Sipinga, I think is the right pronunciation, scored a goal. It was an awesome goal. It was impressive. And Congo, the whole Congo crowd and everybody was going crazy and they was all excited and everything like that. And then a man named Harry Kane decided to say enough is enough. In the 75th minute, he scored, and then he came back in the 86th minute, and Harry Kane showed why he's the true leader of that English team. And he performed, and he put this team on his back and said, come, let's go. That was a great game. And then last night, the topper, oh, man. Belgium and Senegal. You couldn't ask for a better game last night. Senegal jumped on them in the 24th minute with a 1-0 lead. And then they went up 2-0, all right, in the 51st minute. And all I was excited, and then all of a sudden, Belgium said, no, we got to do something with that. So they came back and they tied it up. They scored in the 86th minute, and then they scored again and tied it up. 89th minute, just before regulation time ran out. And then they came back in the overtime, the 128 plus minute, and they scored a goal to win the game. But that was some awesome. Listen, I have been in awe. I have been in utter joy watching the World Cup this year, watching what's going on, watching the games, and Spain did not disappoint. So we get Portugal playing at 7, and Portugal and Croatia at 7, and Switzerland and Algeria at 11. We'll talk more a little bit about that a little later when time to do the picks. But Mr. Producer, let's take our first break. When we get back, we can talk a little bit of NBA, talk about what my Lakers have done. This is Pearly. So Talking Heads Thursday here on Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. We'll be right back.
Hungry for
some serious beef? Then get ready, because Burger King Nassau is bringing back the double quarter-pound king. That's a full half-pound of flame grilled beef, topped with melty cheese, tangy mustard, crunchy pickle, and fresh onions. Served on a toasted sesame seed bun, classic style. Big flavor, big protein, big satisfaction. Get your double quarter-pound king meal with medium fries and a drink for only $10.35. More food, less money. Only at Burger King Nassau.
John Shoes and Accessories is your one-stop shop for all your footwear needs. You will find what you're looking for among the growing collection of classic and trendy styles with new arrivals every week. John's covers the whole family and has great prices, helpful and friendly customer service. Your experience shopping with us will be time well spent. Shop with us online at John's. Also now carries small home appliances. So come on into John's, located on Rosetta Street in Palmdale and Carmichael Road West. John's, we put fashion at your feet.
We're gonna give you a check every week for a year. Percy's Pension Plan, Island Game, keep you winning. Percy's Pension Plan, dream big, we will help you live it. Percy's Pension Plan, Island Game, we got you. Percy's Pension Plan, from the friends you can trust. If winning is a must, go play the game you know, cause your best chance is with us. The most trustworthy name is Percy's Island Game. So put 20 on your account and ride this easy train at Percy's Island Game.
Join us at Kalina's Customer Appreciation Day, Saturday, July 4th at number 308 East Bay Street. Get free health screenings and sign up for the Kalina Portal. Enjoy delicious food from Bar the Girls, Elevated Barbecue, and the Corn Roaster. Meet Fitness Connection and Bohemian Brewery and learn more about their products and their services. There's fun for the whole family with face painting, games, bouncing castles, crab catching, egg and spoon races, sack races, and more. And there will be prizes and giveaways. You may win a TV, phone, laptop, or a resort day pass. It's all happening Saturday, July 4th at number 308 East Bay Street. Come and join the fun.
You're listening to Talking Heads with Naughty, hosted by Earl the Pearl. On Guardian Radio, 96.9 FM.
And welcome back to our Talking Heads Thursday here on Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Text, hey, Pearly, the Bahamas versus Jamaican tomorrow. Yes, it's tomorrow. Jamaica's tomorrow and Puerto Rico's on Monday. Do you know how much it costs to go to the game? I have no clue how much it costs. Hopefully somebody will call in or text in and let us know how much it costs to get to the game. But you can call the National Stadium and they should be able to give you that information. Said, hi, Pearly, the Bahamas. No, hold on. That's not what they're looking for. So they're saying the women's national team. Hi, good day, Pearly. Please mention that our women's basketball team is in need of donations. Let's support them as well. Yes, we should support them. I don't know where to send the donations. I asked the texter to let me know where. So if people want to help out. Good evening, you sack guy from New York who loves those Dodgers. Padres will spank you tonight. Bye, LeBron. Hope Cleveland accept you. Bye, LA. Say thanks. Jeff. I love the city of New York, but you know, for a person, and to be honest with you, New York City is probably my most favorite city of all. Between that and St. Paul, Minnesota. I don't like my New York teams. I don't pull for the Knicks. I don't pull for the Yankees, the Mets. The Nets, no. I've been a Dodger, Laker fan all my life and a Dolphin fan when I was 10 years old. But I love New York City. It's my favorite city of all cities. I just love it. It's a great, great place to be. You know, to live there, I can't afford it, so I won't go there. But, you know, I was talking to Naughty and talking to Statboy yesterday and talking to some other friends in reference to the moves the Lakers have made. And Naughty texted me, snow time Lakers. My cousin out of Palm Beach, who sometimes Marvin, who listens to the show, all the way in Palm Beach, Florida. Thank you. Also call us the snow time Lakers. And if you saw some of the pictures and memes that came out, it shows that the Lakers' top three players, Luka, Reeves, and the new Abby that Kelso, who'd be just brought in. 3 Caucasian guys. And Stephen A. Smith, and you know, everybody knows how I love Stephen A. Smith as an announcer. But he disturbed me when he made certain comments that I can ask producer to play this clip for me so they can hear what Stephen A. Smith has to say about our Lakers.
Where the hell the Los Angeles Lakers think they going with a bunch of white dudes? Your 3 top players are white dudes? Really? This ain't golf. This ain't baseball. Hell, it ain't even soccer. What y'all think this is? It's basketball. In NBA history, when have you seen your 3 most prominent players on a basketball team all be white? And that takes you to the promised land. Somebody got to say, I'm not complaining. I'm simply making the point. The Los Angeles Lakers, you ain't going anywhere being led by 3 white dudes in today's generation of basketball. I'm letting you know right now, it ain't happening. And Luka's a bad brother. And Austin Reeves is no scrub. And they both have earned what they have earned. And then with LeBron James or some other brothers, I get. But those 2 and Walker Kessler, you ain't scaring anybody with that. And Rob Pelinka has done made this white dude central. No wonder LeBron James walked out the door.
Wow. So he caught some flack for that. And he says it's not about race, it's about basketball. And I said, but you got a 2-time MVP in Joker in Denver who won an NBA title. You've got a Larry Bird that has done tremendous things for the Boston Celtics, and other John Stockton, and some other white players. I guess he's trying to say they're too slow. They're not athletic enough. But you got a rim protecting Kelsler. You've got a road dog in AR. And you got one of the best players in Luka, who's led the league in scoring, who's led his team to the NBA championships. And his brothers didn't do their part to help him win. So I find that very, very interesting that that he said that. Caller, what say you? Gotta look in, but don't mix things up, babe. Don't be mixing things up. I little more caramel. I got a little more weight on me. A little, don't that's.
Hey, Freddie, listen. What Stephen had to say was very exciting. I mean, it really, really brought some things about. But you are quite right, because the Boston Celtics won with Larry Bird, McHale, and all them, and they were all white folks.
Yeah. I remember sometimes Boston used to have 5 on the court at one time. You
Exactly.
had Bird,
And the
McHale,
only person might have
Ainge.
only one. They might have one black person on there.
Dennis, what is
Dennis something.
I can't remember his last name. The freckle face, mango skin brother.
Right.
Dennis Johnson. Dennis Johnson.
That's it. Dennis Johnson is absolutely correct. And like I said, I don't know, but I know one thing for sure: the Lakers couldn't continue with LeBron James. It was time for them to, go their different ways. That was rock. Ain't nothing the Lakers could have done to maintain him at this point. And I think he recognized that too.
No wonder the Lakers, because LeBron is no longer that team. That's no longer his team.
Yeah. You see, because when you going to let Luka take over the reign, you brought him in for a specific reason, right?
You bring him in to win a championship. You brought him in to win a championship.
Exactly. So therefore, you need to build around Luka. And the only way to do that is allow James to go his way. That's the only way it could happen, my brother.
I agree with you 100%.
There's no other way. I don't see. You know what you could do with $52 million?
Yeah, but I'm telling you, when I said yesterday to Naughty, I said this to Naughty yesterday, LeBron is going to take a drastic pay cut to go to a team where he think he can win a championship this next year. Whether it be to take a $5 salary to go to the Spurs, or to go to Cleveland, or to go to Miami, I would not be surprised that if he takes – I wouldn't be surprised if he take the veteran – I doubt he will, but I wouldn't be surprised if he take the veteran minimum. It will not shock me.
I don't think that I believe that he would get more than the veteran minimum. I honestly feel.
No. I'm not saying he won't. I'm saying he will get more than in the veteran minimum. But I'm just. Anyway, I got a whole lot for another time.
Yeah. So that listen, but what I call about too is, the Yankees is just being horrible. I mean, I'm making no apology for it. The manager, literally, he can't even manage a minor league team, in my opinion. He deserves to go.
You know something?
He must go.
I said to myself yesterday, but they can fire this dude, you know. Now, if George was still alive, God rest his soul, I think he would have been fired by now.
Listen, he could not work for the boss, you know.
That's what I'm saying. I think he would have been fired by now.
No, not now. Long time ago. He would even forget he was in New York. You realize the boss never take any nonsense. Yankee Stadium is all about Wembley. We don't believe in failures right now. The team is a failure.
It is.
Simply because you have no sense of direction. You have a manager who doesn't seem to understand the game. Come on, man.
Yeah, but you use the brother who jump up and say the other day, because Juddy and there's why they ain't winning. And there's another who said that, or that was someone else.
No, it wasn't me, bro.
Okay.
I never said that. I said we're doing well without our key player, but I never believe in Boone. They give him a 2-year extension. He should not have even gotten that. Honestly, I'd be unfair.
Yeah, I agree.
If I had anything to do with, as a matter of fact, if he don't get his act together, he needs to decide whether he want to own the Yankee or sell it to someone. Because the Yankees, the value of the Yankees is over $1 billion, about at least $10 billion.
Yeah. They worth a lot.
Yeah, they worth at least $10 billion.
But listen, don't worry. The Knicks win the championship. New York fans can soon jump all over the Yankees because they want championship. So don't worry, they're coming. They're firing coming. Maybe next week. Maybe by the 14th or All-Star break.
Right after the All-Star break, if there's no sudden turn and the Yankees are gone, boy, the pressure will be so hard on Sal Vernon, he'll have no other choice.
All right, let's see what happens again.
Because what happened is the Knicks won the championship.
Yes.
Now, the Knicks have won champion within the last month.
Yeah.
And to have the Yankees in the same city doing this can't be maintained. It's unbelievable.
Thank you.
But anyhow, I'll let you chat with a few more folks.
New York. So nice they had to name it twice. Text coming to you right now, caller. Text says, Naughty the Great One could now go back to his beloved Lakers in peace. Thank God for that. He never left the Lakers, you know. He just was in exile, but he'll be all right. All right. Okay, I got a link. All right, I'll check it out. Y'all stop that, but 5 whites, the Chief was the center for the Celtics. Yeah, the Chief was the center for the Celtics, but sometimes when he's on the bench, Greg Kite was to be there, and you had Kevin McHale, and you had Bill Walton, who used to be on there as well. So I ain't knocking that. Text says, you and Naughty got your wish. LeBron is gone. Let's see if the Lakers stay relevant with injury-prone Luka and Reeves. You guys act like LeBron never won them a chance. He won us a championship in the bubble, and after that, everything went downhill. We should have been a team that could have been in the money to repeat like OKC. Maybe the knockout in the championship, but we went down. Trade away the team that got us a championship to bring Westbrook in there, which was a total failure, epic failure. So, all right, so he took us in the bubble and made us something in the bubble, but what happened after that? Where we been? What happened like this last season gone by? Stephen A is right, and LeBron going home to Cleveland to retire. And guess what? I'll say it, and I say like I said to my son, I happy LeBron gone. If the Lakers become a lottery team this year, I happy. Callie, you on the air. How you doing?
Hey, Bernie.
Yes, sir.
After your last caller, man, I chuckle. I was tempted to call you Naughty just for the fun of it.
Okay. Okay. What's up?
That was a good response. But no, as for Stephen A's, I don't know what you call that. One of my friends sent it to me.
Okay.
And when I watched it, even before I went and fact check it, I said to him, man, this got to be AI. Ain't no way Stephen A can say something like this and get away with it.
Well, when I got it, I thought it was AI too, but I pulled it up of YouTube just to be certain. YouTube ain't gonna put AI up there. Under Stephen A said, I got like Rich Eisen, Coward, Stephen A, and a couple other sports things I have there. I am a part of the follow them. So I checked his page, and that's where I got it from.
Yeah. I went, but what I did was I said to him, man, it's got to be AI, you know?
Uh-huh.
And then I went and checked it, and I was in disbelief. And how could he say that's not racist, man?
He says, I know you're all saying it, but so I said it. And then he came back. He caught some help, and he came back and said it's not about race, it's about basketball. And those three guys says, you know, but see, but if you listen to Kendrick Perkins this morning, Kendrick Perkins said people don't know Kessler because Utah, you didn't see much of Utah. But Kessler's probably one of the, behind Wemby, probably the number 2 center in basketball.
Yeah, I think Kendrick says he's a good rim protector or something of the sort.
He's a good rim protector. Yes, he is.
Right. All right, and one other thing. Our national team, I think I heard you say they're playing tomorrow. I thought it was the day after. But anyway.
No, they're playing on July 3rd. On July 3rd, Friday, July 3rd, Jamaica, and then Monday, July 6th.
Right. I mean, I've been hearing about it, but I think we should do a little bit more in promoting it.
Yes.
And someone called and asked, you know, what's the cost to get in?
Yes.
And, you know, nobody knows.
Yeah.
But, you know, I like the team, and I wish them all the best.
Me too.
Taking a call.
I try and make it John today. All right, thanks for calling. Let's get to the time to get out of here. Let's get to the picks. All right, we got 2 more World Cup games today. You got one more call you want to take quick, Mr. Producer? Do you want to take him? Okay. Call you on the air. How you doing? Hello?
Really?
Yes, sir.
All right, so, you know, we have an international superstar. He was a baseball fanatic.
Yeah.
Josh Chisholm. What's your take on Josh Chisholm? Him being international, hearing first and foremost of the human. Putting a lollipop in the mouth. What's your take on that?
I personally don't have a problem. I do not have a problem with it. As a matter of fact, I saw a clip. Just hear me. I saw a clip. I saw the clip with him with the blow pop, not a lollipop, blow pop in his mouth. And the announcers made some stories about it. But the team actually bought a whole big thing for them, for him and the players to have. Hear me? All right, you tell me what's wrong with it then.
So here it is now. It's an international player. International player with a blow pop in his mouth.
Okay.
So that's protocol.
If he couldn't do it, if he could,
object in your mouth. Object in your mouth.
Hear me. If he couldn't do it, they would tell him take it out. Second of all, he ain't the only player. He's not the only player that does that. They got players do all kind of different things.
Yeah, but fully. Oh wow.
I
would like to teach one day fully.
What does that take away from his play?
That's really the point. The point of the matter is,
you trying to say it look bad to see a black behemoth on TV with a lollipop in his mouth?
Wow.
That's what you trying to say.
Racist? Fully stop that.
All right,
man.
let me take that out. You trying to say it's bad to see a Bahamian international player with a lollipop in his mouth?
Fully. This is an international. Come on, man.
What's wrong with it? Tell me what's wrong with it. So what if it's international?
What's wrong with it?
Yeah,
if he was to dive for him being on the second base, and he was to dive for a ball. What are you telling me?
Now we saw the clip with that in his mouth while he was on the field. We didn't see if he still had that in his mouth when they play ball. That might have been in between. That actually was in between innings. So we do not know. We don't have no video showing that he had that in his mouth when a ground ball hit to him.
Oh, Paulie, Ernie Gould. He used the Dodgers, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so Ernie Gould. I can leave it at that.
All right. Boy, thank you so much, everybody. Thank you so much. Take 2 quick picks today. Portugal and Croatia. I'm going to take Portugal for the win. I think Cristiano Ronaldo is going to step his game up. And then I like Switzerland over Algeria today. I think Switzerland is just a much better team. Okay? There you have it. Thank you so much Thank you. It's been a fantastic, wonderful Talking Heads Thursday here on Guardian Radio. This is Pearly out. Next week, Thursday, I'll be here. We're going to talk independence. I want you to keep your thoughts. What are some of the great moments in Bahamian history since 1973? And what does independence mean to you? And are we truly an independent nation? Next week, Thursday, that's what we'll be talking about. Thank you so much, everybody. Take care of yourselves. Be safe out there. And remember to hydrate. I'm out.
Summer's here, and KFC's got summer buckets just for you. Every bucket starts with 8 legs and thigh pieces of your favorite chicken, plus 4 golden biscuits. Grab the value bucket for just $20 or go big with our mega bucket, packed with everything you need for summer fun on the beach, boat, or on the road. Need more? Add 4 Pepsis, family fries, or the new mango dessert biscuit for only $5. KFC's summer buckets have big flavor, big value, and finger-licking good chicken only at KFC Nassau.
Put more money back in your pocket with the Fidelity Debt Consolidation Loan. Why pay more when you can pay less? Reduce your monthly debt payments down to one low, easy payment. Apply for a Fidelity Debt Consolidation Loan today. Call 356-7764.
Fidelity, we're good for you.
Ooh, it's closer. If you set people's seats on edge every time you step on the brakes, it's time you visit Muffler World on Mackey Street. They can take your brake rotors off, and if there's anything left, machine them shiny. They install new pads, and before you know it, you'll be able to stop without people calling social service on you. Muffler World can replace the whole package, including hoses, master cylinders, and more. For first-class brake work, stop by Muffler World on Mackey Street. Open Saturdays 8 till noon.
Craving something bold, fresh, and unforgettable? Tropical Gyros is your flavor-packed escape, a Carib-Greek fusion born right here in Nassau. From juicy grilled salmon, chicken, and pork gyros to loaded bowls, fresh salads, wings, and more. There's something for every craving. Find Tropical Gyros at any of their locations, JFK Plaza, Rosetta Street, Port Lucaya Freeport, or their franchise spots on Prince Charles Drive, Soldier Road West, Delaport, and Carmichael Road. Tropical Gyros, not just good food, it's an experience.
You're listening to Talking Heads with Naughty, hosted by Earl the Pearl. On Guardian Radio, 96.9 FM.
How are we feeling about this, guys? Where are we at?
I feel great.
Well, yeah, exactly.
Great.
It's like Philly has two friends. Chris is sad and TJ is happy. Man, it's terrible. I can't. It's awful. This guy Jaylen Brown has been so good to me as a Celtics fan for a decade. He has won so many games, and we've experienced so many highs. And yeah, there's been some disappointments in there. Most recently this past spring, but we got to the mountaintop, and there was really no reason to get down from the mountaintop. And it just, something that I'm sure we'll find out eventually in a hit piece by the local Boston media, because that's what they do. Maybe we'll get some answers as to what really went on behind the scenes and why, Jaylen Brown had to go. But by all accounts, from Chris Mannix and Shams, he did not ask for a trade. This is something that the front office felt like they had to do. And whether it was, the analytics department, TJ, I know you hate them. They didn't think it would work out any longer, or maybe this is the ultimate sell high on a guy that just had his best, statistical and on-court season. But it's the end of the era for the Jays, and I'm very, very sad. And all I can say is, TJ, treat him right.
For me, Seth, we have these documents that we have here on the show. No one's actually signed one, and that is if you want to give up your sports fandom for a particular team. So I was presented one with the Cowboys. Of
course.
Can't sign it. Guys, legitimately, I was thinking I was done with the Sixers because the Sixers, since I've been a kid, have just this history of making horrendous and horrible basketball decisions. I'm talking back when they traded Wilt Chamberlain. I wasn't around for that, but I know it happened, to trading Moses Malone, to not drafting Brad Doherty, to passing up on Paul Pierce, to, everything they do seems to be the wrong move. And it was almost, as a fan, I was kind of tired of it. This is kind of rejuvenated my fandom. I thought I was out. They pulled me back in. Getting Jaylen Brown right now in the prime of his career to pair with Tyrese Maxey, to pair with a young Edgecombe. Look, Joel Embiid, we could just put him on an exercise bike till April.
There you go.
Maybe play him once every 4 weeks. Just be like, hey, big fella, sit there, get healthy. We'll pop you just so you don't have any rust. Jaylen Brown is a NBA Finals MVP.
Dog.
Okay? He is one of the best players in the world. So to put him on this Sixers team with those other guys, and now we got to see how the rest of the team stacks up. They're going to bring other people in, obviously. But the New York Knicks have made it as such that any team that hasn't won in a while has to sit there and think, why not us? And that's not knocking the Knicks, but 53 years, of course, it's been. So, yeah, the Knicks could do it. Why can't we do it?
So where are we at now for expectations then going into the season in the fall? You were back in, TJ. Are you like championship or bust back in?
Look, the fan in me wants to sit here and go, yeah, this is it. Obviously, but I got to be professional here behind this mic and be realistic.
You don't have to. Why do you have to be? Why?
I know.
I think the Bears are going to win the Super Bowl.
Well, as you should.
I think Caleb Williams is going to be the MVP. Why
That's true.
Professional.
I believe. Here's what I believe is going to happen. Can I just set up a scenario?
Yes.
LeBron James comes to Philadelphia.
Wait a minute now. That is a different conversation.
You and everybody else.
Look, I'm just saying, LeBron, the money's no factor, right? He's going to play for less money than
He said he would take less.
Yeah.
LeBron James comes to Philadelphia.
It's out there.
Whoa.
And I feel like that could be enough to get the Sixers over. I think Big Perk just said that the Celtics is sure that the Sixers would be in the NBA Finals next season. I'm not ready to go that far.
Come on.
But I can say I am so looking forward to this season just to see what can happen. And I'm going to renew NBA League Pass without a doubt.
Okay.
Boy.
All right. So they got your money.
They
got your money. All right, Brockman. So what?
Yeah, from the Boston perspective, look, I mean, this hit me kind of like a ton of bricks. I was on the golf course when I found out yesterday, and
pain.
Just like Austin Reeves.
My round. Yeah, exactly. I had the same reaction as to Austin Reeves. I passed.
You weren't getting 100 plus million.
I was not getting 100 million. I was having my heart ripped out. I can only think, look, it's the in Brad we trust situation, right? Brad Stevens is one of the best front office guys in the league. I have to think this is just the first move in a series of moves, right? You acquire 2 first-round picks and 2 second-round picks in addition to Paul George. I can only hope, and I guess I can't assume. I didn't assume that we'd trade him to our biggest rival. That this is part of a package that we're going to go get somebody else.
Oh.
So it's not just...
Who is out there to be got?
You know, the name that Trey Murphy is the name, TJ, that keeps getting thrown about. The conspiracy brain in me says, why hasn't the Giannis trade been officially announced yet? Is that... Can we come over the top and now offer 4 first-round picks, 2 seconds, Paul George, Sam Hauser, who else?
Wow.
That would be a heck of a turn right there.
You know, I know people are saying, well, it can't be done until July 6th. That's something. Okay, great. Then we still have 4 more days to have a better deal than what Miami, they agreed to.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just throwing that out there. But my hope is that it's part of a better move. I look at the odds, TJ. It's not a thing that you guys are into. It's something that I'm into. Boston still has the 4th best championship odds. They have much better odds than Philadelphia and Toronto.
Who's making
and
these
Denver
odds, Seth?
And Detroit. They have the 4th best odds to win the title next year. Why is that?
Okay. They know something we don't know.
Or they're just still confident in the roster that Boston has. Jason Tatum, who has proven time and time again to be a top 5 player in the NBA, fully healthy, coming back after the injury, the second season removed, and then all the pieces around it. You know, you're seeing articles today saying that the Celtics... I can't even say it with a straight face.
Go ahead.
Think to come up? Wow.
Okay.
First off,
all right.
Wow. 6th man of the year. Had a great season, 18 points a game this year.
No problem. I do know this. If there's a buzzer beater to be made, Richard Pritchard is going to hit it.
He's going to make it.
I know it's Peyton Pritchard. It's an inside
guess,
joke, folks. He's going. Seth, if there's a buzzer beater, he is going to stroke it.
Maybe I'm just smoking the copium today, and I'm doing whatever I can to kind of not freak out and like crash out.
Not going to do
over this. Yeah, what everyone thinks I'm going to do.
Yeah.
But I gotta try to keep the glass half full when maybe I shouldn't. But I'm definitely bummed. Like I said before, just won a lot of games and so much joy as a fan. They've proven that they can be the best in the league as a duo, and now they're no more.
Yeah, that's painful. Is this
painful?
Is this equivalent to like the Bulls trading Scottie Pippen during the Jordan years? Is that where we're at? If you're a Celtics fan, like is he that necessary for the success of the franchise?
I don't know. I guess the analytics people would have you think no.
Yeah, the stats that Brockman was reading this morning to me tells me that they don't believe
that's true. He did read some quite jarring stats. And you have these available and can give them to viewers.
Yeah, I saw them. I saw them this morning. That was the quote that Bobby Marks had. And he took a lot of heat for that. But he was just saying what he's hearing from analytics people, and it's over the last 3 seasons, the Celtics are 36-6 when Jaylen Brown does not play.
Wow.
36-6, 90 and 36 all time. With him
then you didn't need him.
I know. But like
you didn't need him.
Again, I'm not saying that we should have gotten rid of him. I do not believe that. But Brown finished his Celtics career with a negative on-court, off-court differential.
Breaking up, I mean, it's crazy, right? Because
it just seems crazy to break these guys up when they've had so much success and proven that they can be 1A, 1B, 1.
It's crazy. It's crazy to break up Brown and Tatum. It's almost as crazy as having a group that had, I don't know, Rollins and Reigns in it and breaking them up at the high school. It's crazy to think.
Listen,
it's crazy to think that you would have these great performers
Two
work so
all-time
together,
Hall
and
of Famers.
then a piece of steel chair comes in and just destroys it all.
Look, sometimes executive decisions need to be made, and people don't understand what goes into these. So maybe I'm with you here.
Right.
I was TJ ruined it for me. I was on TJ's side. I was trying to hype up Jaylen Brown here, and now I think I'm over. I get it. This is an executive decision. And you know what? I'm thinking about this too. I'm thinking about this as well. Like the draft pick thing, it has some legs to it because I mean, in the NFL, when there's a trade and there's draft picks, that draft capital is huge. But in
Unless
the
you're the
NBA,
Rams.
it's not the same.
Not the same. I mean, look, Mikal Bridges, it's the famous 5 first rounders, whatever. We just saw, the Lakers give up less